And this is as far as the blast that took place in North 24 Parganas in the state of West Bengal. Our viewers would remember that post this, the BJP has been demanding an NIA probe. But the big update that's now coming in as far as the Calcutta High Court is concerned, they in fact have rejected this plea asking for an NIA probe. Remember, this was a plea that was brought in by Suvendu Adhikari as far as the BJP is concerned. But the big update coming in from the High Court is that it's too early to give the case as far as the NIA is concerned, because the court feels that the investigation has just begun. Police and authorities are working on the ground, so it would be far too early for it to be moved as far as the NIA is concerned. Let's also now bring in our colleague Kamalika Sen-Gupta, who's been keeping a close eye on these developments. Kamalika, first help us understand what are we hearing from the High Court?
The High Court has clearly said that at this point of time, the High Court will not intervene in this investigation and will not give to NIA. The court's opinion is it has just started. It's like 27, this incident has taken place, and the state authorities have just started on investigation. If there is any problem with the investigation, then they can come to court. It is quite premature to give this case to NIA. That's what the court's opinion, that's what the court said. On the other hand, NIA lawyers, also the lawyers representing NIA also were there in the court. They have stated in the court that they have gone there and they have spoken to the investigative officers. Explosive Substance Act has not been added in that FIR. So that is, for that reason, the NIA cannot directly take up this case. So that is NIA's deposition there. But right now, Suvendu Adhikari's plea of NIA investigation in the Barashat blast case has been rejected.
I also want to understand, every time we see a scenario like this, the criticism that comes in from the BJP is that there are already multiple lapses on the ground. There are no checks and balances. The law and order situation is out of hands. The TMC government is just not doing enough, and that is why we've seen a plea like this by Suvendu Adhikari saying that the NIA should step in. At this point, what does the TMC say?
No, obviously the TMC, the ruling party, they are very confident that the state agencies will be, doing justice to this. And the state agencies from the very first day, they have been the forensic team, the CID, bomb disposal squad, all have been working on this. So they are quite confident, obviously, that this blast investigation will, the state agency is competent to do that. That's what the TMC ruling party and also the government stand is. NIA and CBI are agencies which are not very much liked by the ruling party, the TMC party, because they believe that NIA and CBI as agencies work on behalf of BJP. That they have been saying couple of times. But in this case, the investigation has already started. That's what their logic is. And court today has said that it is premature to interfere in this matter and hand over this case to NIA.
Now, the reason this is becoming big and the criticism is only mounting from the BJP is, Kamalika, because in terms of numbers, if you see, if I understand this correctly, I think this is the 5th blast that has happened just in the last 7 months. Just help us understand in terms of concrete action that has been taken by the TMC government. I believe a few police officials have been suspended as well.
2 police officials have been suspended yesterday itself. The OC guard of this Nilganj area, he has been suspended, and also another, the IC of Dr. Pukur Thana, he has also been suspended. In last 3 months, one big blast was the Agra blast. The other blasts were very small crude bombs blasts. So those are not very much, the intensity of those blasts were not as high as the Agra blast was. After that, the Chief Minister herself directed entire police department to go for a regular raid. And also along with that, the cluster, these cracker factories will be transformed into green cluster cracker factories. That decision has also been taken. One fact-finding committee has been made, and that committee will be giving reports. So all this process is on. After the Agra blast, the authorities really took in steps. But in this case, it is seen that the role of the police was in question. And in accordance to that, they have taken steps. And yesterday, ADG Law and Order Javed Shamim hold again a very important meeting with all the senior officials, stating that there will be no, they should be, regular raids as far as blast is concerned.
Okay, Kamalika, unfortunately. Okay, Kamalika, unfortunately, we'll have to leave that conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. Let's take a look at some of the ground reports that Kamalika has filed for us.
We have found out another factory, another cracker factory it seems, which is 1 kilometer away from the blast site. Now this is a brick factory, an abandoned brick factory as you can see, and a helipad type of arrangements is made here. But right now where I am inside the factory, you can see some dangerous things out here. See, this is almost, the police has now destroyed it, but these are all beakers, which is there in the laboratory. And see, these are all chemicals out there, openly chemicals out there, and what we are getting it from the local sources, that something used to be made out here. All these beakers are there, and see, the Zytex is also there, like mixing of the gunpowders used to take place, Barud mixing used to take place here. That's what we are getting. And in another area there are some modernized, very modernized equipments there. So it is not only one factory which is, the blast has totally crumbled down that area, which is just 1 kilometer away from this place. We really don't know till now who is the owner of this, and this is also a risky zone where I am standing, because really we don't know that what's going to blast in which way.
ये एक्सप्लोसिव का हब बन गया, आरडीएक्स जिलोटिन का हब बन गया। और ममता जी, आप पुलिस मंत्री नहीं है, एक्सप्लोसिव मिनिस्टर है, एक्सप्लोशन मिनिस्टर है, और तृणमूल का नया नाम है बोमामूल।
मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, मैं कोई विशेषज्ञ नहीं हूँ, बॉम्ब विशेषज्ञ मैं बिल्कुल नहीं हूँ, लेकिन भयावहता को देखकर, क्योंकि सारे दुनिया में बॉम्ब विस्फोट हम टीवी पे देखते हैं, उनका भयावहता भी देखते हैं। इसको मद्देनजर मुझे लगता है सिर्फ ये मामूली सी कोई फायर करके बनाने वाला मसाला नहीं है, इसमें और कुछ खास चीजें हैं जो यहाँ के पुलिस वालों ने उजागर नहीं करना चाहते। इसलिए इसमें और गहन तरीके से छानबीन होना चाहिए और तफ्तीश होना चाहिए।